Hello and welcome to another episode of A Ghost in the Magazine. I'm Steph.
And I'm Elle.
And I'm Molly for the
Yay!
first time.
Hooray! And this week's movie is called, oh my God, I forgot what the movie is called.
It's actually a special bonus episode. It's not even the week's episode. So the
Okay.
movie is called The Goldsmith. Well, at least the American version is.
Thank you for reeling me back in. We did this once before for Conjuring Beyond last
Mhm.
year. I'm just a little frazzled in the brain. This movie, surprise shawties, is Italian. So it's all Italian and there's
Mhm.
subtitles, which is a welcome treat.
Not bad to read every once in a while. It can't be every movie. And I did watch this in pieces because of it, because I was doing like 5 things at a time and I couldn't pay all the way attention like I needed to in moments. So
Valid
Yeah,
though.
yeah. I carried it around on my iPad
Mm.
because like I was doing the dishes, so I had it right next to the sink and I'm like squinting at it. It's not a fault at all
Mm-mm.
because we say all the time that foreign horror is superior. So this movie was a home invasion with a twist.
Mm-hmm.
My first qualm was that this lady had box braids in her hair. She's a random Italian lady with box braids.
I was wondering about that. I was going, should this lady should this lady be wearing box braids?
Oh, it was weird. It was very off-putting, and I'm like, are you putting box braids in her hair because she's a criminal? Like,
Oh shit.
Oh, I didn't even pick up on that bit. That's
Mm-mm.
ouch.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. Shit.
I mean, what is this? It's a protective hairstyle for, women of color. So does it protect her hair while she's out doing crimes? I don't know.
I'm thinking probably not.
Hmm.
Just a little notion there that it probably doesn't.
So I watched this as part of a chunk of movies that I watched in a row, and they were all my least favorite
Yes,
type of horror movies.
I know exactly the chunk of movies because I did the exact same thing,
Yeah,
and it doesn't feel good. It's
it
like
doesn't.
not fun.
And I had a lot of hope for this one because there's a point where things turn and you're like, is this going to take a supernatural turn? Because
Yeah.
this man is obviously unhinged. I'm like, is he an alchemist? Because there's this gold element. Have they been old for like 300 years and they're just like these really old people? But it's just some weird shit about like turning their eyes backwards so they can see into their soul. That's your brain, that's not your soul. And you're
Okay.
not keeping the optic nerve intact. It doesn't look like it was like in some kind of like weird thing. I don't know what it
No,
It was
was doing.
giving Coraline.
Oh,
I thought
I
it was kind of giving I thought it was giving Get Out for a second there. I was like, oh, are they gonna take over their bodies? I got so excited.
I thought the
Like,
same
love a bit of
thing.
possession.
Yeah.
there were so many better things they could have done. We could have like had a hybrid metal zombie granddad. We could have had
Yes.
mecha cyborg grandpa. We could have had so many different things, but instead we just had like this weird eye thing that didn't even make sense. And I was lightly disappointed. It wasn't a bad movie for what it was, but I just felt like they could have got a little bit more weird with it.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, yeah, you could always be weirder, I think.
I feel like there is a movie out there where that's not true. We haven't found it, but I definitely feel like it exists. Well, actually, I don't think Willy's Wonderland could have really gone any weirder. I think that was a good one.
Thank I will avoid that movie at all costs now that you've said that. Thank you.
I thought it was a good time. Better time than this movie.
Give me some time to workshop the script. I could make it weirder, I guarantee it. But
Okay, I have faith in you to do anything that you set your heart to.
mhm.
Um, so we did all the spoilers, honestly. That was the thing.
Yeah,
But
I
there's
guess.
not much to protect in this movie. I mean, it's the most interesting thing. Otherwise, you go into it and you think it's a basic, like, there's a trio of bad guys and they do crimes and they're all very emotional. And one does a lot of cocaine, one has box braids, and she's dating the other one.
Mhm.
I really liked that they got locked in that hoe. So,
Mhm.
like, that is a fun twist to me.
Mhm.
I really though, like, in my situation, I'm not a weirdo. So like they're locked in and there's a police officer that I'm acquainted with who keeps checking on me. I'm gonna be like, hey yo, I got some criminals in my basement. Do you want to handle that for me?
Yeah.
They're touching my gold. They're touching my Lucky Charms.
Yeah. It I mean, it went a weird it's a weird way, but it's not like
It's like a normal weird. It's like a very
yeah.
vanilla weird way
It
for them.
is, and it's so like I don't know.
That's a big ass cup, Yvonne. It's a big ass cup. I need one of those for all the
Damn.
cops in the world.
I
If you
think
put,
it was that I was expecting supernatural weird instead of vanilla weird.
yeah,
Yeah.
A little disappointed that I didn't get the supernatural weird, especially with the whole eye thing. I was like, oh, there's gonna be something weird with that.
Mhm.
yeah, no, it's just very like regular. It's like they took the safe route with weird. I can say that it was also giving Midsummer because they have this big old creepy son that they send out to befriend criminals so that they can come back and do weird things to their eyes.
Can I ask, why did he kill his homie? Like, why did he wait for him to pass out watching the porno and then kill him? And that sandal slipping
Oh,
off the
I was
sock.
thinking the exact same thing. Why did it take so long? What was he waiting for? There was no reception, so he'd got no text message from his parents going like, okay, kill the other one now. He just decided, you know what, I've had enough of this. I'm gonna kill this
like
guy and go join my parents now.
he likes to have company while he watches porn. I thought that that was like a good repeated cutaway. I thought it was very funny, just these two dudes sitting in lawn chairs watching porn together in a base or in a garage. I
Mhm.
thought that was funny. I'm like, well, who are these fools? Like, what's gonna happen?
And this sounds like fucking Kirkland signature Stavros Halkias. So it's like
That is so funny and accurate.
I don't know if he is willing to insult his own dick for a laugh. He seemed a little too serious. So
Yeah, yeah. And obviously there's something, well, obviously there's something unhinged there, but that could be attributed to like the way he was raised. But obviously there's a little bit more because his dad won't let him fuck up the eyes. Like he won't let him fuck with the eyes. I
Yeah.
have no idea. Like it wasn't bad. Like
no.
it wasn't really a bad movie. I've seen a lot worse, especially recently. I thought it was pretty
I would
solid.
say out of the three I watched yesterday, this was the better of them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We're talking
I
House on the Left, Mother's Day, and what's the third?
This one, Goldsmith. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, yes, I
Yeah.
concur.
I just thought I liked it, but I felt like there was a lot of just things that they didn't sort of explore as much as they could have. And there just wasn't enough emphasis on things like him revealing secrets about their lives. I thought they could have went
Yeah.
really like put more like emphasis on that and really dragged it out and made it way more ominous than it was,
Mm.
if that makes sense.
Yes. I did think it was interesting though that they all stayed lying. Even like when they're telling their versions, even when this man's like, I got a diary, my son's diary filled with all your secrets, and
Mm.
they stayed lying to each other.
I loved that there was just them talking and telling their lies of it, and then the actual truth was just playing alongside it.
Yeah, like we
I
get
thought
to see that.
that really, I found that really entertaining, especially the one where she was going like, he made me like get rid of the pregnancy. He brought me into it, and he was so happy about it as well.
I thought that that was super interesting.
Yeah,
That he was so happy about having a baby with her when that other guy is obviously like he'll kill you.
yeah.
Well, he didn't. He didn't.
Oh, we never found out why he didn't have any bullets in his gun. I've just realized that because she asks, why didn't he have any bullets in his gun?
Oh.
and the guy never answered because they discovered like the secret door. So we never found out why did he have no bullets in his gun.
The world may never know. Elle, you don't know?
I would say because there was something there that made them not trust him. That would be my guess. Whoever was in charge of the guns would have been the one who, didn't have it. So I don't know. I mean, that's the only thing I can think of.
But it must have been him then, because I feel like she wouldn't have done that
Mm.
because she's locked in. She was like, I'm ride or die, sort of.
I
Not
mean,
too ride or die.
not really. She
Ride or
definitely-
die, but rather like she was clinging and she wasn't letting go. She could help it, but also she was doing her own stuff.
yeah.
If you get, she definitely wasn't giving him up for the other guy. Sorry, I'm just drinking
Mm.
fucking chamomile tea.
It's just so funny.
Isn't it? I have to use both hands to lift this.
It's so comically large.
I mean, I do like that the script flips and it doesn't end up being like these people terrorizing old people for like 2 hours. I could always avoid that.
Old people terrorizing them the whole time either.
No.
They just snitched really hard and then took out their eyes.
Yeah.
They terrorize each other.
Yeah.
That was
Which-
gonna happen anyway. They're bad
Yeah.
people.
I mean, in comparison, we had pretty much the other movie, Mother's Day. It was just a home invasion where the criminals terrorized the people there the whole time. Last House on the Left, you had half of it being the criminals terrorizing the victim, and then the other half being the revenge half, which was still
I prefer the revenge half.
yes. This was leaning harder on that revenge half, and I appreciated that. It was not the hardest watch, that's for sure. I just would not fall asleep watching porno with the son because he definitely murked me. So
No, for
that
sure.
sad sandal, dude.
You should
Rip,
definitely
brother.
stay awake watching garage porn with this guy. Or
Let that be a lesson to us all.
Yep.
Mhm.
As a
I-
bitch who
that's-
falls asleep a lot when I'm watching movies. I thought it was disrespectful, okay?
if you're narcoleptic, stay away. I think that's the only moral of the story, honestly.
What is the basis for the eye thing? I mean, besides
don't
seeing
know.
into your soul or whatever, which doesn't make sense. But
No, it feels like they're just trying to give a weird lesson. But it also wasn't very successful because I think she said that they kept killing the people.
Mhm.
They weren't making it. I don't know what made her think that a cocaine addict and some random criminal lady were going to be perfect for her experiment. They didn't have their vitals. They didn't give them physicals. They're just eyeballing it. I don't get it.
eyeballing.
What I did there?
Hey.
I mean, it seemed like at the end it was successful-ish, right? But
Yeah,
the son
yeah.
did that one.
Oh,
And the thing about it is she's smiling so widely, it's driven her into happiness or insanity or whatever. So what's she seeing in there? That's more
It's
interesting than the
you
rest of the
know, it's
movie.
okay, so also, not only was she smiling and had weird eyes, her box braids were gone. The other thing is, it's I don't know if either of you have seen Sucker Punch, but it's what is the thing where they put the spike in your skull? What is the procedure?
Oh,
Like,
lobotomy?
Yes, it's
Yeah.
that. She had one of those. That's what the
Hmm.
girl looked like at the end of Sucker Punch, exactly like that. I mean, she never had braids, but
I was gonna say maybe they're when they were putting the thing in, they just clipped it off or something,
Mm.
I don't know. I don't think they went to school for that shit.
No. I don't know.
She kept talking about cake. And I was actually on the phone with Tasha. She called me while I was watching the last half of this, and I was kind of telling her about it. And she's like, oh, is it creepy cake? Are there humans in the
Yes.
cake? I said, no, it's just fucking cake. It's just cake.
That was in Mother's Day too. I'm like, what the fuck is with these bitches and cake?
I don't know. Is it a theme that we're not like?
If you're psycho, do you just like to feed people cake? Is that what it is? Like,
Or maybe it just serves to like show you how bizarre like what they're doing is, because they're like, let me take out this bitch's eyes, but first let me bake a cake.
It's kind of like a mothering thing to do, which
Well, she
I
was
mean,
giving grandma.
she was giving grandma. For the first part of the movie, I got so upset when they hit her. It's like, oh, you hit grandma, and then I was
Hit
like,
her
oh,
again.
grandma's evil.
Hit her with your car.
she's just a grandma. Hit her with your
Hit
car.
her. Yes. I don't know. Not a bad time.
Nah, it was I.
We're
Like-
just weird dudes. So like we like weird stuff.
Yeah, and especially for like Italian horror, like it wasn't
Oh,
even
yeah.
gory. It wasn't even gory, bitch.
No, it wasn't. It
No,
wasn't.
the eye taking out bit was probably the goriest bit, and you didn't
Yeah, but
actually.
even that was dry. You know?
Yeah, you didn't even get to see it really. They just saw the eyes.
I don't want to see that. I will go to Spirit Halloween to see that.
It was about like being at Spirit Halloween. Like they're just it wasn't very effecty. It wasn't there.
No.
I don't know. I mean, it was a perfectly all right criminal, scary, weird movie.
Like a
but
thriller.
yeah,
Like a crime thriller with a tiny twist. So I mean, like they mean it when they say it's a home invasion with a twist. There is a twist there. It's
mhm.
just I think you have to check yourself before going in. I feel like, what is my scale of twist?
Yeah. I think maybe if you've been watching demented movies for almost 4 years for a podcast, this might
Oh.
not.
Oops.
It's kind of. It would need to be really like a massive twist to make like like a gasp, you know.
Mhm.
I just squinted really hard. I didn't gasp.
Yeah.
There
I
was zero
just-
gasp.
I asked what the fuck? Like what's the point? What are we doing here? Like we had some funny stuff, we had some weird stuff, but nothing was
Didn't really
wowing
confirm
me.
everyone.
Yeah.
No, it was basic, but you know, good. Good basic. And that's it.
Yeah.
That's really all there is to this movie.
Yeah. I can't really think of anything else. Like I went through all my notes. Like Cyborg Grandpa, make it so. Somebody do that movie.
Please. Isn't that
Yeah.
RoboCop? Oh, I don't really know if that's RoboCop.
Is he's not a grandpa, is he?
I mean, I don't know. I didn't ask him how old he was when I watched the movie.
Should have. I always do that. I pat him down when I watch the movie.
They don't
I don't-
answer L.
I kind of want to know how old RoboCop is now.
Yeah. Okay. Google time.
Oh my god.
How old is RoboCop?
Is he old enough to be a cyborg grandpa?
It's just
Or just-
telling me that how when the movie was. How old is
Okay.
Is he a cyborg grandpa or is he a cyborg DILF? Need to know.
Ooh. He was a dutiful and upstanding, mild-mannered Detroit police officer who was brutally killed in the line of duty, according to the wiki. He looks young.
Well,
He's not a grandpa. Like
all right. Well, I retract the statement that
he
put
is
us-
a boomer though, because he was born in 1953. So he is a cyber boomer.
All right, that's good enough for me.
Yeah, close enough.
He might be a
Well-
grandpa now if he bangs someone.
Oh my
You gotta
god.
take what you can get, you know. You gotta take what you can get.
Period. Well, this movie will be available for streaming October 3rd. So, you know, we ruined it for you, but you should watch it anyway. And in And in the meantime, you can find this podcast on the interwebs at ghostinthemagazine.site or on Twitter at GITM Podcast. You can find me on Twitter at WitchXPudding.
And you can find me at Nocturnical.
And you can find me at just Molly McGill 08 on Instagram.
Okay, bye.